him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-magob, it's time for the only news that matters. And Sammy Hagar has weighed in on the disparaging comments that David Lee Roth has made about Wolfgang Van Halen. While speaking with people on Saturday ahead of the Music Care Person of the Year ceremony and concert held in honor of John Bonfoni at the Los Angeles Convention Center, Hagar said, "Look, if you really think about what Dave said, it's like, do I sense a little tinge of jealousy in there or something? Does he feel like he's left out or something? I mean, honestly, the only thing I can say without being cruel is he needs to find a new dispensary. You know, the one's not working out for him, you know? And so, yeah, there you go." Yep, finally Sammy Hagar has spoken up after David Lee Roth made him look like a fool. You know, when he said, "No, oh, come on, motherfucker, David, come on, join us." Dave's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." He's like, oh no, I don't want him to go on tour with us." Dave never said that either. So now he's coming out because Dave is looking like an idiot. Sammy's way of saying, "See, you know, I'm not so bad. Look what Dave's doing." He comes out and starts like telling off Dave. And yeah, you know what? He's right. He is right. I'll give it to him. Sammy Hagar's right where Dave needs a new dispensary. He needs something because he's so whacked out of his mind. But the irony, the hypocrisy of this guy saying that David Lee Roth is jealous. Maybe he is, but you of all people that can't shut your mouth about David Lee Roth for years and years, and David stayed quiet for years and years and years, and all you do is talk about how Dave this, Dave that, and David Lee Roth comes out and says a couple things to Wolfgang in a week, and there he is. Oh yeah, he's jealous because he just did it 2 times now. While you've been doing it for decades. You've been bitching about Dave since the Sam and Dave tour. What's that? That's the 90s. And all you do is bitch about Dave. Why? Because you are extremely jealous of the guy. And I understand why. I mean, you are reminded all the time that David Lee Roth was better than you and Van Halen. All right? There's a huge army out there that says it. Yes, you have your defenders and people that like Sammy Hagar more than Dave, yes. But nowhere near as much as David Lee Roth fans that can't stand Sammy Hagar. And Sammy Hagar had to hear it from his own son because his son was harassed online by David Lee Roth fans. You know? Telling him how much his dad sucked. And you know he had that conversation with Dad. "Hey, Dad, you know, I'm getting brutalized online because I'm your son. And everybody thinks you suck. And ain't really going to help my music career I'm trying to get off the ground. While people out there just, you know, a majority of people out there think you suck. And all you do is run around the press, badmouth Dave, or make up stories. And man, it kills me again. These people that interview Sammy Hagar are either the most clueless people or just they know the truth and they're too pussied out to challenge Sammy Hagar. Why doesn't anybody challenge this guy? Like even in this interview. Well, to me, David Lee Roth seems a tinge jealous of Wolfgang. Well, Sammy, all you do is talk about David Lee Roth. How jealous are you? I bet it's more than a tinge. Nobody has the balls to say this to him, especially that one guy, Eddie Trunk, that always says, "I tell it as it is. I have no filter. Yeah, you tell it as it is, and you have no filter for people that won't talk to you like Ozzy. And you said stuff about Eddie Van Halen back in the day when he wouldn't talk to you. And Paul Stanley, yeah, you talk shit about all these people that won't talk to you. Oh, David Lee Roth. But you will never, ever, ever tell Sammy, hey, Sammy, you did not sell not even half as much as Van Halen did with David Lee Roth. Hey, Sammy, the last tour with Van Halen, with David Lee Roth, the last 3 tours was the biggest selling tours. You weren't part of it. Hey, Sammy, you keep saying how huge you were before Van Halen, and you were selling out the same arenas during 1984, and, you were this huge solo star. Well, what happened? After Van Halen, nobody cared. Even during Vangina, your time during Vangina, you released a solo album that really did crap. Might have sold gold or something, but I'm sure you said it sold 10 million, but and then after you were fired from Vangina, with the Wabaritos and the what is it, chicken foot, and now your little solo shit. What happened to this scary, successful solo career? How'd your solo album sell? Compared to how they sold before Vangina. You were more popular before Vangina. After Vangina, you were less popular than you were a solo artist back in the 80s. And isn't it funny, Sammy did not say one word about what Dave's been saying about him? Popsicle Sam. Why did he talk about how David Lee Roth was saying he was sexually probed by aliens? Why didn't he bring that up? You know he heard that. Then again, it might be a touchy subject because chances are he was sexually probed. I think so. Anyway, shut it, Sam. David Lee Roth has twice as many listeners than Wolfie has on Spotify. Just go to Area 51 and see if they can remove that anal probe that's lodged up your ass, all right? And stay frosty. Yeah, jag off. And, he's always kissing Wolfie's ass, too. That's another thing about Sammy, because he's dying to have Wolfgang do something with him. I'm sure he probably even tried. He's such a dope, he probably said, hey, see if Wolfie will join us before I ask Joe Satriani. Man, that would be a wet dream to Sammy, to cash in on Wolfgang. Like he's cashing in on Eddie Van Halen, It's like, but he's cashing in on ego. He doesn't need the money. He's doing all this because of pure ego and pure his time in Van Halen, talking about, we're going to play like an hour of Vangina stuff, and then it'll be solo stuff and my stuff in Montrose, which is like every other Sammy Hagar solo show with his wife on bass, Michael Anthony. If there ever was a musician to be an expert on jealousy, it would be Sammy Hagar. Which, by the way, his last name is not even Hagar. He went on some show and they found out his real last name is Belcher. So that's just more example of how fake this guy is. His name is not even his real name. He's such a phony. Sammy really wants to start Van Hagar with Wolfie. I just know it, Sammy is just stirring the pot because Dave turned him into the bitch he is, when he accepted his challenge to come out and join him on the tour and then called him Popsicle Sam. Anyway, yeah, this is a whole mess. Dave sucks too, don't get me wrong. I don't like what Dave is doing, but as much as Dave is trying, he will never be the douchebag scumbag Sammy Hagar, Sammy Belcher is. So thank you everybody watching the news, the only news that matters. I appreciate all of you. I hope you're subscribed to my channel. If you're not, please do so. Leave your comments below what you feel about Sammy Hagar, David Lee Roth, Wolfgang, the whole shebang, you know, and also like to subscribe if you haven't, and ring that little notification bell, and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.